Hello, friends. Hello, everyone. Uh, so today we have a bit of a different match setup, stream setup, because Heaven is not available to stream stuff. So I've temporarily taken the mantle to do this stream. Ooh, yeah, indeed. Very interesting. Um, I don't really have much experience with OBS, but this setup seems simple enough that I can, you know, make stuff happen with it. So the match that we have for today seems to be Acliv's second to last match. This one against Nashi. I'm not familiar with this player. I don't remember the name, but I have uh, given it a quick search on YouTube, and apparently this player has been around for quite a while. There are videos from like 7, 8 years ago of Nashi participating in some Puyo Puyo Chronicles matches. I actually forgot that this game existed. I remember that Yoshi would stream some matches of that every now and then. So yeah, I really don't know what to expect from this player going into this match. Thankfully, Acliv is a Western player. The last 3 sets that I've commentated didn't involve a single international, so just top Japanese players, and it was a very confusing experience. So I hope with Acliv I can at least understand something that is going on, and I hope I will not fail to commentate this. So yeah. Also, as you can see, maybe you can notice that there is something weird with the scores there. Acliv versus An. It's a bit out of place because I just now realized that the setup that Heaven gave me didn't have the score input for this match. But it's an imperceptible difference in the way the image was edited. So yeah, let's move on to the match, I guess. Let me start this. Sorry guys, I'm kind of a noob at this. All right. I guess we can start here.
ね、何かございましたら、チャットの方すいませんがよろしくお願いします。はい。よし、ということで、見ていきましょう。1P アクリル選手、2P ナッシー選手となっております。さあ、今回開幕前期戦スタートですね。さあ、ナッシー選手は即消化したと思ったら、アクリル選手も、即消化となっております。さあ今回初っ端から、先ほど GTR ではなくお互いちょっと不定形チックな形になっていきますね。アクリル選手は後折りのダズミチックな形で、さあこれ2取りしますね。さあ2取りクイックなので、これナッシー選手はこれ2ダブルちょっと足りないんじゃないか。さあこれ2段強振るってなるとかなりアクリル選手側の展開にはなってきそうなんですが、さあここはアクリル選手後ろから4連鎖に対してナシ選手ちょっとこれだと2連鎖なのでどのみち厳しいですね今のは。さあ初戦前期スタートから始まりました試合、まずはアクリル選手が取っていきました。
Okay. GTR from both players? Not surprising. I've only seen GTR from the last 3 matches that I commentated to.
先ほど GTR からの展開からどういった展開に持っていくかっていうのが見どころ。
Both players have a pretty good position to attack here, it seems. Nashi goes for a 4 chain with a double at the end. Very strong. Acliv doesn't respond with anything. I think he could have survived there, but for some reason he decided not to fight. I think Nashi had some pretty easy secondals there as well, so that could explain that decision by Acliv. Interesting Teo from Nashi. I wonder what's up with that. A bit weaker, okay. Okay, 3 chain from Acliv, very strong. But Nashi has a 5 chain response. Acliv just sends everything he has, which is a 6 chain, more than enough to respond to this. And he takes another round. That's crazy. Our boy is 1 point ahead of the Japanese player. Now he just has to win 28 more matches, I believe, in Acliv supremacy. Acliv going for a very sussy, sandwichy tail there. I'm not sure I like that. Nashi seems to have a more solid foundation with this chain. Okay, Acliv goes for a 2 chain, and Nashi actually doesn't have anything. What? Interesting. I think it's a bit not loud enough. Okay, now I think the stream should be fine. Yeah, Acliv with a 2-point lead. That's crazy. Goes for a lasagna transition. Nashi has pretty nice harassment potential. Can send a 2 chain if they get a yellow in time. 1 chain poke. Acliv goes for a 4 chain. What is Nashi going to respond with? Oh, okay, they were waiting on that purple that appeared last minute, and then they needed a green. That's nice. It's always nice when you don't get the pieces you need. Okay. As you can see, they're going for GTR again. What is Acliv doing with his tail? Okay, that's a 3 chain. He didn't even bother to make something more flexible, just went straight for the attack. 5 chain from Nashi, and this puts Acliv at a big disadvantage. Nashi just sets their chain off, confident that it's enough to respond to this 7 chain, and it's easily enough. There's no time there for Acliv to respond. 4-2.
ちょっと冷静で5連差打てるのでやはりでかいですね。4連だとやはりアクリル選手側も対応してくるので、今の5連にすることで、
I think Acliv misdropped the greens there at the tail, but okay, that's something that can be easily fixed. 2 chain from Nashi. Acliv goes for a 6 chain. Wow, I'm actually able to count today. Yeah, Nashi doesn't have anything. So far, I don't feel that dominating Japanese pressure that can usually be seen in matches like this. I wonder if maybe Nashi is adapting to Acliv's style, because it's very unusual to see these risky decisions by Japanese players, or maybe this is just Nashi's style. Okay, 2 chain from Acliv, 3 chain in response from Nashi. Acliv needs something here. This is okay, this is kind of a precarious situation because Acliv has 2 lines of garbage in his board, and Nashi is just extending without 2 lines of garbage in his board, which is a pretty big advantage. Acliv will be forced to send main here. That's what he does, and what the hell does Nashi have? Oh, this is scary. And okay, Nashi decides to extend. Whatever.
と大丈夫かこれ。お
That's,
うわこれね8時いかないと無理なんですよね。
yeah, that was an overcommitment.
ま
But
あおそらく打
admittedly,
てたらかなり
Acliv's
回
chain
収
was
率も
very
高い
strong,
し
so
10万点相当
I
あると思うん
wonder
ですが、ちょっと伸
if
ばしちゃって
Nashi
しまいまし
really
たね、今の
needed
は。
to extend there that much.
さあここもお互いかなり
Hmm.
形は問題なそうですね。ナシ選手もしっかり多重を
Two chain
さあこれ
from
ダブル
Nashi.
は
Very strong.
緑が遠い。
Acliv
さあ緑
needed
が遠いの
greens
で
there to
刺さ
respond.
りはしない。
Didn't
刺さ
get
り
them
は
in
しない
time.
けど
In fact,
展開
only
的に
now he's
は
getting greens.
かなりナシ選手側には寄っている。
He's
さあ
still
この
alive
3
though.
連に対してアクリル選手
Needs
が緑を
greens
引きたい。
again.
緑さえ引ければこれ
Doesn't
も
get
3
them
連
in
で対
time,
応で
and
きたん
this
で
is
すが、
certain death.
さあこれは厳しい。いいですね。ちゃんと刺さった後
Alright,
に
he still has the
本
lead.
戦打ってしまうと
6-3
ね
is
アクリル
very
選手が
good.
掘れてしまうので、しっかりここ3連で丁寧にまとめきりましたね。
What the hell is
さあ
Nashi
今回
doing
ナ
with
シ
that
選手側が若
failed
干
GTR thing?
形が
Oh,
まあちょっと先ほど GTR とは異なる感じになっておりまして、まあちょっと
Nashi decided to ditch
さあ
the
茨さあ
the
茨に
GTR on the
おーっと
first
これ
floor and
アクリル選手
is
側はどうなん
going
だ
for
ろ
a
う。
kind
今
of
の
GTR on the second floor, which
選手の
isn't
ちょっとわか
even
んないで
needed,
すが、
it
まあそれでも
seems.
一旦3連になんとかなる
Nashi's
という
harassment
感じ
game
な
is
ん
just very
です
strong
が、
this round.
さあ理想セリオで
Acliv
言う
can
の
still
であれ
take
ば、
through
これ
this,
ナシ選手がこの2連もち
but
ょっと
Nashi's
怪し
keeping
い
up
ぞ。
the
これ怪しい
pressure.
ぞ。まだアクリル選手が掘れるので、これまだ
Oh,
わからないですよ。
okay.
さあこれでアクリル選手が本戦
Acliv has
復
access
活
to
し
his
たの
main
で、こ
chain
れで
now.
オナ
What
ミに行って
does
しまうとアクリ
Nashi
ル選手
have?
側の本戦の餌食になってしまうので、ここは丁寧に立ち回っていきたいですね。
Acliv is kind of messing up his own
さあここでナ
situation
シ
with
選
this
手後ろから
extension, I
4ダブ
feel.
いいですね。さあ
Yeah,
これは後ろからない。
it was
さ
a
あ緑
nice
が欲しかったア
try,
クリル選
but
手がこれ早く
the
緑引
RNG
いてもう
wasn't
早く本
very
戦した
nice
か
to
った
him
と
there.
思うんですよね。なんですけど緑が遠かった。
Well, 10 rounds have been played already. These matches
さ
are
あちょっ
going
と
by
状況的には
fast.
ね、先ほどの試合かなりナシ選手側の盤面が荒れていたので、ちょっと危なかったところがあったんですが、なんとか取り切りましたね。
Nice multi-stacking from Acliv. Nashi
さあこれも結構軽く出そうですね。アクリル選手
seems
が
to be
ナシ選手が
just going for
これはも
main
う
at this
キープ
point.
を乗せて本戦8回にもいける状態なので、これ81引く。おー
Gets
これは緑の
Okay, gets a nice piece for a harassment. Goes for a 3-chain harassment. What does Acliv
ち
have?
ょっとここら辺難しいですね。さあこれアクリル選手が単発だ。回避
Oh, does Acliv have main here?
打たない？
Does he have a red in column 1?
さすがに打ちますね。
Nashi keeping up the pressure, sends main chain. Okay, Acliv has his main chain. Acliv seems to have a pretty nasty power tail, but so does Nashi. Oh, 13 chain against 12? Yeah,
連鎖同
okay.
付けしの10万点。さあこれはナシ選手が取りましたね。大連鎖勝負はナシ
Nashi
選手
takes this round.
やはりナシ選手の、強みなのかなと思っているのがかなり
Nashi's closing
大連
in.
鎖
This is pretty scary.
もうなんか打ってしまえばナシ選手も
Their efficiency seems to have really increased over these last few matches.
結構回収率もね本当に見ていただける、さっきの見ていただけると分かる。めちゃ
Look
めちゃ
at
高
that
いんですよ
lasagna. Wow.
さあここ一旦アクリル選手が2連鎖に対
There's
して
a nice main chain there as well.
丁寧に
Acliv's main chain
乗
seems
せましたね。乗せて
harder to extend.
さあここの展
It's
開
a little bit
ちょ
too
っと難しそうですね。
wasteful with the
アクリル
groups
選
there.
手がこれで
Nashi just goes
本
for
戦
main
を
here,
打ってしまう
confident that their main
と
chain is better,
これはナ
and
シ選手が
you
後ろ
can
の
deny it
選手になるんですが、これ青も入りますね。
unless there's something I'm missing.
さあ
which I usually do.
これはさすがに11連
Yeah,
鎖だと足りない。黄色あっても厳しいですね、これ。黄色あってもさすがに厳しいので、緑も赤も全部多分回収しないと今の連鎖
Nashi's getting some nice momentum here.
さあ、ナシ選手のね、かなり大連鎖が光っていく、そういった展開が、ね、
I love this tail from Acliv. The way it connects.
さあ、今回もかなりお互い連鎖寄ってたかなと思ったんですが、アクリル選手がこれ動きそうです、ね。
Are we going to see harassment? Okay, 2 chain from Acliv. Nashi doesn't respond. Sends a 1 chain now. Mostly for cleaning, I think.
そうなので、ネグレグで
Acliv is contemplating what to do. Nashi sends a big 6 chain. Acliv responds with a chain that cuts into a 6 chain. Nashi saw that and is sending main now. That's a very scary tail. Oh, okay, it actually kind of cuts. It's a pretty strong 7 chain. I think Acliv has enough to respond to this. Yeah, that's a 7 chain of his own. Sends back, but Nashi has a 3rd chain to send. It's a 6 chain. Jeez. Acliv was 1 piece short of receiving the blue-yellow he needed. And just like that, Nashi has won like at least 4 matches in a row now.
さあ序盤かなり、ナシー選手が若干リードされてはいたのですが、シーソーゲームに持っていきましたね。さあ前消しもありそうなツモではあるんですが、
I wonder if Nashi was being a little bit more careless before just to test Acliv, like how should I play against this guy?
今回どうですかね、ちょっと組みづらそう。ナシ選手がちょっとキープを確定させましたね。さあ単発、単発に。
Oh, okay. That's always nice to see.
これは刺さってしまう。
Just a 1 chain win.
2分の1はね、もう100% 振りますのでね、ぷよぷよは難しいです、本当に。
I think Nashi is very main chain focused right now. You know, the harassments and pokes are just like a byproduct of the way Nashi is building stuff. There's not that much of an effort going on to actively disrupt what Acliv is doing, which has its advantages, but also has disadvantages such as losing to a 1 chain. And yeah, Nashi goes for a main chain here. Acliv might be able to extend this. Nope. Wow, this is insane. Huge 13 chain from Nashi. Does Acliv have anything? 11, 12, 13, 14. This is a 14 chain. Okay. That should be enough, right? It's barely enough. Okay. Nashi has a Secondo. Acliv needs some very specific pieces here. Gets them exactly, but doesn't trigger the chain with the blues? What? Acliv had this. I'm pretty sure he would have had this one. Maybe Nashi could have reacted in time, but I think Acliv would still hold a big advantage there. It's a very sad misdrop. Could this be due to pressure? I wonder. This is a pretty easy 2 chain setup for Nashi here, and they go for it. Okay, 2 chain from Acliv. Cuts his own chain in order to produce a 4, but now Nashi just sends main here. Okay, it's just a 6 chain, but Acliv wasted too many resources there for that attack. So, yeah. I think it's clear at this point that Nashi has a chaining advantage. So I think Acliv's best bet here would be to somehow make very efficient pokes. Okay, 4 chain from Nashi. Because from what I remember, this has an ugly cut with the reds. Nashi just sends main chain. I think they spotted that. Oof. Anyway, from what I recall so far, Nashi hasn't been that efficient at replying to Acliv's pokes. So maybe there is some hope there for Acliv. What is this transition from Acliv? Doesn't look like he can do anything with it. Nashi spots this opportunity to send him 2 chain. Now Acliv's situation is even more complicated than before. Sends a Chu Chain, okay. Nashi goes for this nasty Chu Chain triple, wow. Acliv barely survives, but yeah. There's nothing he can do there.
さあいいですね、今
の
Nashi 選手は
7-11.
今の連結2連がかなり大きかったですね。
This is brutal.
あれでアクリブ選手側の盤面
I
を
think
荒
at
ら
this
せたのが
point
かなり
Nashi
大き
has
かったの
won
で、そ
like
こからのね、怒涛の
8
鋭い追撃が
matches and Acliv won 1.
しっかり相手の盤面が見
This
れ
is
ている
rough.
証拠ですね、今のも。お互いね、本当に凝視力高い。
Acliv seems to be preparing something on the right there. A possible
さあ
poke.
ここもアクリブ選手
Okay, goes for a
は
three
3連打って
chain.
きましたね。さあ3連に対しては
Nashi goes for a
ここは
three
3連
chain of
で
their
合わせ
own.
るといった感じになりましたね。
What is Acliv going to do now?
さあ2連に対しては一
Goes
旦
for
一
two
旦経験で
chain.
すが、さあここでナシ選手
Ah,
が
gets blocked in the first column.
そこでアクリブ選手は3連で対応するんです
Okay,
が
this
1段
is
1段なの
diggable.
でそこまで
It's
影響は
not
ない
easy, but it's
ですね
diggable.
今回は。さあナシ選手側がこれキープをも
Acliv goes for a double Chu
これ
chain.
で
Very nice.
そうですね、これおそらく
Nashi
ネクストのツも引い
didn't
て
have a response to that.
本戦打っていきたかったんですが、今回は
I wonder if
一手間に合わなかったで
Nashi
すね。
just didn't see that.
さあここまで3本差と差はねついてはいるんですが、
Okay, both players doing exactly the same thing. I guess they're playing copycat now. Oh, okay. Not anymore. That was pretty funny. Because it was a pretty specific GTR from both players.
さあいいですね。しっかり決め切ってこれも大連鎖に寄りそうですね。
Acliv has a Chu chain here. Sends the Chu chain. Nashi,
さ
okay.
さらにここ本戦打ってもどうなるか。
Didn't get the piece they needed to reply to that Chu chain in time, but
さあこれ本戦打つことには
found a way
成
to
功したので、
fix
さあこれアクリ
their
ブ
main
選手
chain
が
there
か
to
なり
work
正
with the
解を要
Reds.
求されましたね。
And now
16
Acliv is at a
連鎖以上
massive
してるんじゃないか、これ。
disadvantage. I don't think
Sa-
Acliv has
Nashi
enough
選手
time
この
to respond.
11
No, yeah,
連
that's
鎖ダブル13
definitely
連
not
鎖。
happening. A response to a
さあ
13 chain with a double at the 12. Wow.
さあ王冠もね出てますね。
Yeah.
さあ最後ね後ろがね
Ripperonis.
12連鎖目がねかなりまとまって同時消しになっての13連鎖なんでめちゃめちゃでかいんですよね。
Acliv does seem to be getting a little bit more aggressive
そう
now,
なると
though.
ね本当にセカンドを組ませ
Which
て
is
くれない
nice
の
to see,
で組む
because
時間もほとんどないんですので。
I think he's not winning the main chain
さあ
altercations.
今回ナシ選手が連
At
結2連
least
でまず仕掛けてき
not
ま
at
した。
his
さあこれ
current
に対して
level.
3連でしっかり
Okay,
対応
three
できてい
chain
るので
response from
一本というよう
Acliv.
な感じなんですが、これ
Nashi's just going to
ナシ選
tank
手
the
側は
damage.
若
Has a
干
very
リード
nice
高いので
extension with the Reds there.
高い
And
ので
okay,
一旦いいですね。
has a Chu
二
chain
連で
here.
対応しに行きましたね。さあそれに対してこれで本戦打っていたと。
Acliv just goes for main in response to this
さあそれに
aggression by
対してこれもし
Nashi.
っかり見てますね。アクリブ選手が素晴らしい。
Nashi gets a yellow just in time to send this chain. Wow, very
帰るか。
intelligent use of the height differences at the tail, but now Acliv has a massive resource advantage. Sends a 4 chain. Nashi doesn't get the yellows they needed in time.
もあったんですが、帰った後もそのアクリブ選手
Acliv
側の
is
このセカンドの
putting up a good fight now.
致死量あったので、かなりナシ選手が厳しい展開になっていたんじゃないかなと思います。さあここもお互い形綺麗ですね、かなり。さあ今回かなり
Nice, clean GTR from Acliv.
しっかりミルフィーユを組んで、アクリブ選手はかなりミルフィーユ綺麗ですね。
Nashi's chain has more potential for aggression there, I think. Sends a Chu chain. Acliv sends a Chu chain of his own.
ちょっとナシ選手が後ろを使いたそうな構えも持っていて、
What is Nashi cooking?
さあこれどうする？さあ後ろ
Sends
使
a
って
Chu
2ダブルです。
double.
いやーこれ見づらい。
Very
いやーこの
strong.
2ダブルちょっ
Acliv
と見づ
wasn't
らい。
prepared for that.
さあちょっとナシ選手が
And he
形的に
tops
は
out.
かなり厳しかったので、なんとかしてアクリブ選手が動かして
Yeah,
の
this has happened quite a bit so
を
far
狙
as
ってい
well,
たんですが、これがうまく
where
いきましたね。
one
いや
player
負けん時
sends
今
an
のミドル
aggression
かなり
that
見
the
づらかった
other
ですね。
just wasn't prepared for. And it's been a pretty balanced,
さあ形的
pretty
には
balanced
さあお
switch
互い
there.
に
Like both players have been
得
able
意
to
とする
catch
形
the other by
でどう
surprise.
でしょうか。さあ座布団。
Okay, nice
Nashi
Chu chain from
選手かなり
Acliv.
この座布団を意識しますね。
Nashi wasn't prepared for that. Still has a way to dig. Acliv goes for kind of main here. The tail doesn't work.
さあさすがにそれは厳しかったですね。
It's always good if you
ナ
can,
シ選手がこの、
cut
結構この座布
out
団
a
の
part of
形
your
を、ね、
main
か
chain
なり意識し
just
てい
to
る
have a
っていう
quick
こともあって、かなり
response,
形綺麗なんですよね。
a
なん
quick
で、
follow up
まあ、
to your
中盤
initial
とは仕掛
attack.
けられても結構安定した、まあ、その火力だったりと
10-13,
かが
that's not too
打て
bad.
る状態になっているので、まあ、それに対しては、まあ、アクリブ選手側もね、もちろんその多重ね、めちゃめちゃ綺麗なんで、本当にね、一進一退です
Acliv is
ね。
building up
さあ
a
ここ
poke.
も
That
ア
much
クリブ
is
選手がちょっと黄色
evident.
がどうなるかっていう感じです
But also
が、
builds in
さ
a
あこれ
way
は4
that
面に対し
he
ては
can use
さあ
this as a
3ダブ
main
ル4
chain
面で
later.
リカバリしていって、
Very
さあ
nice.
これなし
Oh,
選手
Nashi goes
を
for a
読みましたね。
nasty 4 chain here, full of
さあ
powers.
この4
Acliv
面はさすがに使
sees
いすぎ
this.
ですね。さあアクリブ選手
And
側のこの回収率めちゃめちゃ高い
yeah, game
の
over
で、
for Nashi here.
さあこの8連鎖を
Very
しっかり
nice.
刺さっていくと。
I think Acliv is
さあこれね、本当に
is adapting very
本
well
当
to
にこの両者
Nashi.
凝視力が高い。本当にアクリブ選手もしっかり見ている。しっかり見て即判断ですね。素晴らしい。
Interesting way to build a GTR from Acliv.
さあ
Remarkable stuff.
お互いア
Um,
クリブ選手がなだれに持っていくか、これは後ろをなだれに持ってきそうですね。
both players are doing that
持って
very
いくか。持ってきそうですね。
Japanese top players thing where they just build L shape on top of L shape and they just confuse the hell out of me. Okay, Acliv nicely forces Nashi to send main, but now he needs to come up with a response. This is a scary situation, needs a blue ASAP. Acliv gets the blue just in time. Is this enough to respond to a crown?
変える量はある
Six, seven,
ありそう
eight,
ありそうだなこれ
nine.
紫多分同時期で入り
Oh,
ますよね
how big is this?
で
Barely enough to respond to
さあけど
Nashi.
岩ぷよ2個と
Now
なる
Acliv is going
とナシ
to
選手のねこの
have
セカ
to
ンド
make
8連鎖素晴らしい
sense out of this
さあこれ
weird
が
mass that he's in.
刺さっ
I don't think this is enough to respond to that A chain from Nashi.
マジもねワンチャンありますからねさあ5
Oh,
ダ
that
ブルだ
was
とちょっと
still a
大変
nice
か
try.
惜しい
Very powerful 5 chain.
さあけどこれマージン次第ではまだなんか帰りそうな
Not a bad round at all. Both players
ちょっと予想は
are
されるん
really
ですがまあさすがに
fighting very well.
決めていきましたね
Okay. Nashi's
さあ
chain
ここも
is very
ナシ
focused
選
on
手
the
がここ
tail
硬い
so
持ってきそう
far.
ですねアクリブ選手がもうこ
Converts
れ
into
いい
an
ですね
extension,
多
has
重
a
しっ
lot
かり
of
守
harassment
りきれてます
potential here.
さあ単発
Is
でちょっとこれ
Nashi...
ねそうなんですよねちょっとアクリブ選手は受ける勇気がなか
I
ったです
think
ね
Nashi's just going
こ
for
れ
main
難しい
chain now because
今の
this is a big
あーこれ
overcommit
ナシ選
from
手
Acliv.
こ
Oh?
れは酔ったな
Oh no, actually, that
アクリブ
didn't
選手
connect.
もねこれまあ埋めるタクもあったんです
Easiest round of
けど
Acliv's
まあこの
life.
後のネクネクとか見てるとそのナシ選
Do
手が
nothing and
打
win.
ってくる可能性もあったので
No, actually, the easiest round of his life was that one chain victory.
まあ、ナシ選手は逆にその今5連、まあ、5列目にちょっと青空があったのがかなり厄介になってましたね。さあこれは2ダブルしました。黄
Nashi
色から
is
緑
definitely going
い
for
やーこれ
two
大きい
chain
緑か
harassment there.
さあ
Wow,
緑に対しては
massive.
これは
Ah,
緑が引きたかった。
very
緑が引ければ
unfortunate
一応対
green
応できましたね
RNG
今の
for Acliv.
さあちょっとこれも一手間に合わずっていった感じですね。アクリブ選手ももちろん多分見えていたので警戒はしていたんですがちょっと間に合わなかった。
Okay.
さあここもアクリブ選手にダブル
Now
は
it's Acliv is going for the two
さあ二ダブ
chain.
ルいいっすねこのタイミングの2ダブは
Nashi has a
三連で対応
three
さあこれ
chain
三連でちょっ
response.
と足りないんじゃな
I
いか
think this is enough
お
to.
素
Okay,
早いっす
yeah,
ね
this
失礼いた
perfectly
しました。
neutralizes Acliv's chain.
さあ
They're both
ここは
fairly even, I
そ
would
うですね
say.
ナシ選手がちょっと縦3が多い
Acliv
の
goes
が
for
気に
two
なるところですね。
chain.
さあ
Nashi has a
ここ
five
で動かし
chain.
ましたね。
I
さあここはアクリブ選手対応しに行くか。
okay. Acliv is going for
さあ
main
黄色
here.
は乗っ
Yes.
ていたの
It's main.
であ乗ってないですね。
Oh, not main.
さあここ
Okay.
で本戦ではなく対応しに行ってこれナシ選手が増
Nashi has a
撃してい
big
るのでかな
tail
り
there.
短いんですが
Acliv
引き切
gets
り
the
ましたね。
piece he needs in
さあこ
time
れ
to send the main
引き切る
chain
となるとアクリブ選
I
手側
think
は
this
これし
is
っかり回
enough
収できている
to
の
counter.
でさあこれカウンターセカンドになってますナシ選手。さあこれ
Gets
一回
exactly
ち
the
ぎって
yellow reds
さあカウンタ
he
ーセカンド
needed
ですね。さあ
to
これもカウンタ
finish
ーセカンドいい
his
ですよ。
response.
これ
Wow, okay, now
さあダブルいって
the
も
pressure is all
さあ
onto
5ダブル
Acliv
にする
to
こと
do
で
something
ね、これ
here,
ね、アクリ
and
ブ選手側のリソースをね、まあ、稼
he
がせ
was
て
a
いった
single
ことに
piece
なります
away
ね。
from responding to that.
さあしっかりねカウンターでまとめきったナシ選手が取っていきました。素晴らしい。さあいつの間にかねもう折り返しとなっております。
What's really unfortunate here is I think if Acliv hadn't lost so many matches in a row to Nashi, let's say like Acliv had kept like a 3-point lead or just any lead in general, he could have maintained that lead, you know, because they're pretty even right now. So the player who managed to build a lead earlier on has the advantage now, which is very unfortunate. The lead could have been our boys.
さあここもナシ選手2ダブある。さあ2ダブある。さあ打った。さあ2ダブ打った。アクリル選手はこれおそらく青を使って3連とかで対応したかったんですが、おそらくこれは間に足りないと判断して。
Ooh, there's ample time there for Nashi to prepare a response. Now Acliv has to run against time to come up with a response to this big 7 chain. Not quite enough time. Another victory for Nashi. Maybe we'll see Nashi adapting to Acliv, adapting to Nashi's initial adaptation to Acliv's style. So now maybe Acliv needs to find a different way to attack Nashi here. Chu chain from Nashi. Pretty weak Chu chain response from Acliv, takes more than 1 line of damage. Goes for Chu chain. Nashi has again a stronger Chu chain. Oof. Chu chain from Acliv. Acliv's Teo is extremely compromised there. Oh, and that garbage Puyo is annoying. Goes for main chain. I think. Oh, the blues and Nashi's tail cut. Acliv is going to take this. That's crazy.
さあこれ逆にこの青1個が影響して帰らなくなってしまった。これ青が消えてなければ紫までしっかり入るので
reducing that score gap a little bit.
青1個に泣かされましたね今のは。さあここも
pretty similar transitions here from both players.
さあアクルビ選手側が攻めたそうな構え持っていますね。
Acliv's transition seems a bit more difficult to extend with. Nashi's is like flat. It's very easy to extend. Acliv goes for a 3 chain. Nashi just sends main chain in response. I think this is yet another scenario where Nashi realizes, oh, my main chain game is stronger, so I should just send main here. Acliv is not responding to that.
さあこれが刺さってしまう。さあ緑が引けてれば
Somehow Acliv has to keep the pressure going against Nashi, but now Nashi is aware of Acliv's harassment game. So I guess Acliv will just have to play better. Should be pretty easy. Nice tail from Acliv. Uses it for a 2 chain poke. Nashi sends a 4 chain in response. Hurry up, Acliv. Okay, that's a 3 chain. Acliv is going to take quite a lot of damage here. Yeah, there's no way he's getting out of this. Just gives up. Man. I take back what I said about Acliv being able to maybe keep a score lead. Nashi has clearly figured him out. This is a difficult situation to get out of for Acliv.
さあ、クリブ選手側がちょっと多重が独特なんですが、まあ
Nice
それでもかなり綺麗に撮れてます。さあ、
transition
ここ
goes
3
for
連動
3
できた。
chain.
さあ、それに対
Nashi
して
has
8
a
1
nice
引い
4
て、さあ
chain
これ4
response
連です
with
ね。
a lot of
さあ
power.
4連はちょっと
Acliv
頼りある
commits
判
to
断して
main
この
here.
本戦を合わせていきましたね。さあ、これ
I think
に対して
Nashi
選手
just
側が伸
wins
ばしきれ
this.
るかといった展開ですが、紫を引いて
Okay.
しっかり打っていき
Goes
まし
for
た
a
ね。
bit of an extension at the
さあ、
tail,
こ
and
れ
now
黄色が入れば
Nashi just sends
問
main.
題ないんですが、さあ黄色入って、さあこれ紫が
Yeah,
しっか
this
り回
is
収しているの
more
で、
than enough.
さあ緑が引きた
Acliv
い。
desperately needed a green there.
引きたかった。
But I
緑を
think
引
that
かせてく
chain
れ。
would have cut, right? I
さあ
think it
今
would
回かなり
would
緑
have
が
been
引け
just
て
a
いない試合
chew.
が多いですね。お互い
So
に
definitely not
お
enough to
互い
respond to
緑が引けて
Nashi.
ないですね。それもまた緑1個に泣かされる試合が多い。今のもアクリル選手が打てれば一応5連鎖連結分はあったので、まだ全然ワンチャンあったんですが。
Is Acliv going for a 2 chain again? Oh, doesn't seem so. Actually goes for an extension.
打ちますかね、あれ。ちょっとアクリル選手が警戒
Oh,
をしている。
okay.
さあ多重が持ってきました
Acliv
ね。
blocked Nashi's first column.
さあ終盤
This
戦
can
に
be a
なって
big
きて
advantage if
アクリル選手
Acliv
がこれ
can
連結
somehow
能力もあるん
make
です
Nashi
が、さあ
commit
打って
to a
いきました。
harassment
さあこれに対しては
and
ナシ
then
選
just
手
send
側
main.
はこれは
I
見
think
づら
this
い
is
で
the
すが、
time to
この
send
球で
main.
す。
Oh,
さあこれ若
how
干
did
短い
Nashi
のでア
manage
クリ
to
ル選
get
手
the
がま
key
と
for
め
you
き
in
れ
the
れ
first
ば
row, the
いい
first
ような
column?
感じがするんですが、さあ意外と10連鎖あるの
Hex?
で、これ黄色だったらかなり回収率は良かったんですが、
Not quite enough from
もう
Acliv.
1連鎖欲しかった。
Another round.
さあ
But
展開的
Nashi
にかなり
takes
ナッシー選手側が持ってい
9-point
る展開
lead.
となっております。さあ
Oof.
23対
I just
22。
hope Acliv can at least make it to, 20 points. I think that's doable. I think
さあここもアクリブ選手、これ黄
these
色
two are
が
not
打ちそうだったんです
that
が、
far
さあ
apart
黄
in
色が
terms
遠
of
かったの
skill.
で
Skill,
そのタコはなくなりましたね。
even
さあ
though
逆
the
に
score
さあ
gap
1点2連で
has been
さあこれ
increasing.
4ダブル、
Okay,
さあこの4
fake
ダブル
4
いいですね。
chain from
さあ
Nashi.
この4
The
ダブルに
Acliv
対してこの
has a
2ダブ
3 chain
ル
response
3連だ
while
と足りない。
takes a lot of
さあこれ
damage.
で
There's no getting out of
展開
this.
的には
Acliv
ナシ選手のゲーム
recognizes
が始
that
まる。
and gives up.
さあめちゃめちゃ冷静ですね。ちゃんと2連は許さないっていった感じですね。もう本当に今のは完全にもうナシ選手側がもうしっかり見て、もう2連鎖は甘えだよって言ってもうポンって打っていきましたね。さあちょっとナシ選手が
I don't understand what Acliv is going for exactly.
感じですかね。さあアクリブ選手がこれ
The
かなり
base of this
青
chain
の使
doesn't
い方
seem
が
to
難しそうですね。
connect to anything. There is a lot of harassment potential there. Goes for 2 chain. I think Nashi is very far ahead in terms of
さあ連
development.
結5連にしましたね。さあ連結5連はさすがに厳しいですね。さあこの連結5連もめちゃめちゃ高い
Well,
ですね。
that ended up not meaning a lot.
さあナシ選手がもうこ
Acliv
れ
wins
さえまとめきれれば
because
なん
yes.
とかっていった感じだったんですが、アクリブ選手側の2連戦はめちゃめ
I
ちゃ
think
いいタイミングで
Nashi
刺さった
overcommitted
といった
there.
感じですね。
Apparently. Another 2 chain opportunity. Oh, that's a 3 chain actually from Acliv. Now she gets the greens in time for a 5 chain. Acliv is just going to send main here. Not much that he could have done. Now Nashi's just going to rely on a power tail. Which, it seems like it will work very well.
同時決でしっかりまとめて、さあ8連鎖目の連結もいいですね。さあ
Brutal.
9連結、素晴らしい。
Man.
さあここで、ね、一旦心を落ち着かせるアクリル選手ですね。
Come on,
最後
Acliv.
の連結があって今
Just
4万5千
just 6 more.
かなりで大きいですね。
So you can
大体
score at least
10
20
連鎖
points.
相当にはなるんですけど、今の8連鎖ですと。
But Nashi also needs just 6 more.
さあここもアクリブ選手側が攻めっ気がある。ナシ選手側がチェックにして、まあ一応警戒します。これかなり
Definitely going for some sort of harassment here. Oh, Nashi has committed a lot to main chain, and they go for main chain.
これナシ選手が本数打ってきましたね。
Oh, Acliv was also committing to main there, but that is a very messy chain. It seems like one of those situations where you want to build main, but you also want to have a lot of harassment options ready. I think that's what Acliv was going for, but at the end of the day, Nashi acknowledged that and, just sent main because their main was more efficient. And they didn't commit like crazy to harassment. Acliv is going for 3 chain. Nashi has. Wow, okay, a big 3 chain in response. Acliv has a 4 chain. That's going to counter. But Nashi just goes for main chain now. I think Acliv can do this with a good enough RNG. Needs purple somewhere. Okay. Oh, okay, this is definitely enough to respond to Nashi. Nice. Now the pressure is all on Nashi. Has the 4 chain. Wow. Very nice response from Acliv. One of the cleanest rounds so far, I'll say. If he can at least maintain the 10-point score gap, I think that will be a great thing to see.
なんとかしてナシ選手のね形を崩せたらなといった感じなんですが、
2 chain from Nashi. Acliv wasn't ready for that. Okay, but at least he has main here. But now Nashi can just freely extend, but at least he needs the green, and he gets the green. So, the last obstacle in Nashi's way to victory was removed there. Man. I guess Acliv just didn't manipulate the RNG hard enough. It's okay. All of these rounds, I feel, were very good tries from Acliv. Both the ones where he won and the ones where he lost. I think this was one of the best sets I've watched in a while. Okay. Poke from Nashi, 3 chain from Acliv. Now 2 chain from Nashi. Acliv refuses to send main, just tanks the damage, sends a 2 chain of his own. Nashi tanks the damage. Acliv sends a quick 2 chain. That's enough to bury Nashi in time and make them top out. Very nice work from Acliv. Keeping the 10-point gap. Both players playing copycat again. Okay. Okay, they finally do something different. Ah, Nashi has a 2 chain here. Oof. Acliv found a way to dig through this. Now Nashi has a nasty 2 chain. Acliv has a 2 chain too, though it's not as strong. Sends a small 2 chain, and now this is a nightmare to dig through. Okay, Acliv just needs yellows and now a blue. Gets them. But Acliv's tail is non-existent there. Ooh. You can see that he's putting up a tremendous fight. But unfortunately there are certain factors that are not in his favor for each of these rounds. And so he just ends up losing. Oh my goodness. Is Nashi going for a 2 chain? Is Nashi going for a 4 chain? Is Nashi going for main chain? No, Nashi's going for a 4 chain. Yeah, okay. Acliv didn't have a response in time. Oof, 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 oof.
さあちょっとね、いろ
Come
いろタク
on,
もあ
just
っ
four
たん
more.
ですが、ちょっと間に合わなかったですね。選んだタクがちょっと厳しかったですね。
Okay.
さあ、クリブ選手はなんとかして、1本でも取りたい。さあ、形はかなりいい。
I think part of what makes Acliv's chain not as efficient as Nashi's is the fact that Nashi goes for these transitions that are just flatter. They're just more flat, so they're a bit easier to extend off of. Is this 6 chain enough to respond to Acliv's? Yes. Acliv takes a lot of damage, but oof, okay, that's pretty bad. The way the garbage fell was not very good for Acliv. Okay, still has a fighting chance here, I think. What does Nashi go? Okay, Nashi just needs a yellow. I think they can just set this off. Okay, goes for 2 chain instead, just to be extremely safe here. Acliv is not getting out of this. I don't believe. Yeah. Man. Yeah, the Twitch title is wrong. I'm streaming, but I don't have. I don't control the Ascension channel. So the title is a little bit old. It's a little bit of clickbait, if you will. Okay. I totally was watching the set while I was saying that. Shoot, wow, this is a 5 chain from Acliv. Nashi realizes that there is no way they're fighting this and just goes for main. Oh goodness, that is a very scary tail. I think Acliv's best bet here is to power through this, doesn't get the reds in time to set the chain off, and that's a wrap. Acliv 16, Nashi 30. Wow. Crazy stuff, I'll tell you. Okay, now we transition back to this screen, where normally you would see the score for Acliv versus Nashi updated, you know, with a nice 16-30, but I am in charge of this stream all alone, so I don't have a way of doing that right now. But you can just mentally erase that 02/28 there and replace it with a 16-30. So, that was a very exciting match. It's definitely another one of those cases of the score not really translating just how close these sets were. You know, Acliv was putting in a lot of effort, and particularly early on, Nashi was also forced to put in a lot of effort to respond to Acliv's stuff. But I think Nashi just took control of the rhythm of the match eventually, and Acliv was forced to, you know, come up with new ways of annoying Nashi. But at the end of the day, I think Nashi is just technically stronger at most of the attributes that make a Puyo player. Just, you know, slightly. I wouldn't say there's that big of a gap between the two based on this set. It was a very nice effort from Acliv. Also what I find interesting about this set is that frequently with these matches, specifically between top Japanese players, at least the ones that I've watched recently, they don't really commit to the most obvious Chu chains. I always complain about this on stream. Like, I see what seems to be a pretty obvious 2-chain that they're going for, and then they never go for it. But this time around, I felt powerful because like I called like 95% of the 2-chains that they ended up sending. So I'm very proud of that. And for that, I hope to commentate more Acliv matches because I can actually read what's going on. Anyway, that was a very nice set. I'm looking forward to Acliv versus Bouquet. I think that hasn't been scheduled yet. I'm sure the folks at Ascension will keep you up to date about that. So, yeah, I guess that's where the stream ends. And I just disappear until the next time I decide to commentate something. Woo! I'm disappearing. Oh, so scary. Okay, bye, guys.